This just dropped, and you need to hear this. But before we get into it, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss an update on your Minnesota Vikings. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. Now, let's get into it. The Minnesota Vikings have until March 4th to decide whether to use the franchise tag or transition tag on quarterback Sam Darnold. But according to a highly respected source, the franchise tag is unlikely, and Minnesota is not expected to make a huge financial commitment to bring Darnold back. ESPN's Jeremy Fowler reported the latest development, saying, "I've been told that the Minnesota Vikings are open to making a deal with Sam Darnold. However, sources around the league believe that the franchise tag is not the most likely route for Minnesota. That's a big number, around $40 million. The Vikings' stance seems to be that they are not willing to mortgage their future for Darnold. If he gets a big contract elsewhere, they likely won't match it. But they're definitely open to bringing him back. They loved having him. Now, let's break this down. If the Vikings were to franchise tag Darnold, it would cost a whopping $41.3 million in 2025. The transition tag would be slightly lower at $35 million, allowing other teams to make offers while giving Minnesota the right to match. A tag-and-trade scenario could also be on the table, helping the Vikings replenish their draft capital. But the latest reports suggest that Minnesota might already have their future QB lined up, making an expensive investment in Darnold unnecessary. So who's the real franchise QB? Fowler continued, "What's clear to me is that J.J. McCarthy is the long-term answer for the Vikings. So whoever starts this year is essentially a bridge quarterback. Daniel Jones is still in play. I've been told he's still on the table as an option. He was in the building last year and could be a cheaper alternative to Sam Darnold. And here's where things get really interesting. If Fowler is right, and the Vikings only need a bridge QB, does it really make sense to pay Darnold $41.3 million for one season? Last year, they paid him $10 million for the same role. So logically, if Jones is available for around $10 million, he might make more sense as the bridge QB, while McCarthy gets a real shot to take over in training camp and the preseason. Now, this is where you come in. What do you think the Vikings should do? Should they let Darnold walk? Should they bring in a cheaper bridge QB? Or should they go all in and give McCarthy the job right away? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget, subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a huge Vikings update. Skol!